Good morning, folks. This is the Hillbilly Rocket coming at you right here in South Kakalaki. I'm here with the Batman himself. I just came over this morning and had a little, let me see, the little Southern Mountain Dew, you know, men that drink it are few. But anyway, I just wanted to ask a few questions to the Batman. And I'm sitting here with Dabo and the dog. And so here's the first question I want to ask you is, where do you work at? First thing, where do you work at?
Taylor's Fire Department, a little small town in Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay, and how long you been working there?
Almost 19 years.
So 19 years, 19 long, hard years. What's the best thing that you like about the fire department?
Best thing I like about it is being part of a team, being part of a brotherhood, and I like helping somebody on their worst day.
That's awesome. Let me see. Now, what if you could change one thing about fire departments, because I always talk about the first responders, and we always give to the military that the PTSD and all the things the military go through, but as we know that first responders and cops, they see just as much as the military, and having some buddies that did the same. What's the one thing you could change, if you could change, about fire department or your job or anything like that?
One thing I'd like to change is, I guess, probably just the politics that are involved with the fire service sometimes. We're all, like I said, we're all part of a team and a brotherhood, but sometimes I gets lost when you get up in rank and start the political side of it. You kind of lose that brotherhood a little bit. So it'd be nice if we could all keep the camaraderie and brotherhood.
There's a lot of senior officers, even myself, that went up in rank, and one of the things is that we argue is you lose touch with the Joes. You lose touch with your troops.
Right.
And a lot of times those guys get in those higher levels, generals and stuff, and they write policy, but they don't have boots on the ground.
Right.
They don't know what's really going on. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and so
I think part of it is it goes both ways. I think once your buddies get promoted to higher ranks, you're scared to talk to them anymore about things at the boots on the ground level, because what are they going to do with it? Can they take it and use it against you? And you know what I mean? So I think you're scared to talk to them when they're higher in rank because of what they can fire you now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I think the other way around, I think they're scared also to go too far, because they are admin. They're scared to go back down to that level too, because maybe not doing their job anymore, if that makes sense. Like
it does.
So they can't cross the line, you can't cross the line. So it kind of breaks up what you had at one time, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he's retired now, but there was a Colonel Bill Miller did it the best. He would call me in and basically get on my ass.
Yeah.
Jump my ass, but at the end of the day, he'd say, "Hey, you come by the house to have a beer."
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
And that's hard. Some people can delineate, friendship from work.
Yep.
And some people can't.
Yeah.
Some people's mature enough they can do that.
Right.
But
we had a lieutenant one time, Lieutenant Howell. He was that way. Like, he could chew you out and write you up one day and then go fishing with him the next day.
Yeah.
He had that relationship with us. Now, he was a lieutenant. He was still a line officer, so he wasn't on the admin level per se. But you knew where you stood with him, and I always respected him for that.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the next question I was going to ask you. Who kind of molded your career? Who kind of helped you? Because nobody gets to the top. You've been going up to the top,
right,
and higher in rank. Who helped you get there? Who molded you?
Starting out, when I first came into the fire service, I was green. Like, I didn't know anything about it. So Daniel Wright took me under his wing. He's at Greenville City now, but he taught me a lot. He was only there for 5 or 6 months before he went to Greenville City. But those first 5 or 6 months with him was great. He taught me a lot. And then Lieutenant Howell, like I said, he molded me. And Lieutenant Warrensberger gets a huge credit for, he's still there. I actually relieve him. He works A shift lieutenant at my station. I'm B shift lieutenant at my station. So yeah, Lieutenant Warrensberger did a lot for me as far as teaching me, a lot of the ins and outs of fire service and driving and all that. So that's the three I definitely give a lot of credit to is Daniel Wright at the firefighter level, and then as far as officers, Lieutenant Howell and Lieutenant Warrensberger.
Awesome.
They did a lot for me.
And you know, I always wondered, you know, like when in the military, when we're getting ready to go out and pull security, or we're getting ready to do something, go outside, what we call go outside the wire, so to speak, deployed. Do you get that same rush? Do you get that same, you know, adrenaline? Hey, you know, we don't know what we're getting ready to get into.
Yeah.
You know, when you
yeah.
get there, you're kind of anticipating and.
Yeah, you always prepare for the worst, you know, and then go from there. But yeah, we get a lot of adrenaline from calls, mainly like we run a lot of medical calls, so you know, those are you kind of know what to expect. You know, cardiac arrest, obviously, it's a little more amped up because you know you're about to go into
A bad situation.
Bad situation where you're probably going to be doing CPR for 45 minutes to an hour, you know,
Yeah.
But yeah, any structure fire, especially your structure fire, people trapped, you know, you know you're going into a bad situation there, so you don't know, you know, you hope you perform well. You hope you're ready to perform at your best, you know.
Yep.
And time of day too makes a big difference, you know. It's a lot easier when it's like middle of the day, you're awake, alert. Well, it's tough coming out of a dead sleep 3 a.m. and you get that call for a structure fire, people trapped inside.
Oh yeah.
You got to go from sleeping to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, 0 to 100 real
0
quick.
to 100 real quick, you know.
Yep.
And hopefully you just hope you can get it together quick enough to help. And usually do. Usually that adrenaline shot gets you awake pretty quick, you know.
Well, I appreciate it, and we're gonna have another interview probably tomorrow. I'm staying with the Batman here for a couple of days. So beautiful house, like I said, beautiful family, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it, and more to follow from the Batman himself. And I really appreciate y'all coming out and send me some questions that I can ask the Batman, because we're gonna probably do it tomorrow. And we're gonna have what kind of bull we having today?
Okay, low country bull. Well, it's a low country bull, but some people want crab legs, so it turns into an upcountry bull with the crab legs. Yeah.
So so the Batman's going out and spending all this money for the Rocket Man's and family, and we're going to have an upcountry bull. So I'll take some pictures for the day, and I appreciate y'all. And like I said, hit me back, and I'll check in this afternoon. And we're sitting here drinking our Mountain Dew, and may have a few chili pops later. So it may be a good interview later. I'll talk to you later. This is the Rocket. I'm out.